What's up, heroes? Every now and then we do a video that isn't covering breaking news, but it is covering pure comedy gold. That's what today's video is going to be about. Pure comedy gold. Yesterday was a day of a lot of news. A lot of news came out yesterday between the filings of Markey and the hearing. Today, we're going to take a more lighthearted approach. And like I said, look at some comedy gold. That's the plan for this video. So let's get started. Throughout this whole situation, Nick Rekieta has been a source of great information, both for IStandWithVic and KickVic. Now, unfortunately, while Nick Rekieta has given plenty of free legal advice to KickVic, it seems like they didn't listen to any of it. And as a matter of fact, they have the completely wrong idea. You see, as the title suggests, KickVic doesn't seem to realize that the firm representing Vic Mignogna in this litigation is Beard, Harris, Bullock, and Hughes, and they do think it is Nick Rekieta's firm that is representing Vic. They don't think Ty Beard is Vic's attorney. They think Nick Rekieta is Vic's attorney. Now, that's not necessarily new news or a new thing to laugh at. They've been having that misinformation for months. What is funny, though, is, as I just said, that they've had that misinformation for months, and they still somehow think that months later, 4 months later, they still think that Nick Rekieta is Vic Mignogna's lawyer. It's shocking. Take a look at this post. So blackface lawyer would have avoided having this filed if he could have stuck to the schedule that he already agreed to and was set around him and his client, or given a reason why they couldn't do the original date. If anyone's out of the loop, blackface lawyer is referring to Nick Rekieta. It's just a very bad name that they came up with for him, and let's leave it at that. But you can clearly see this person thinks 4 months later, even, that Nick Rekieta is representing Vic Mignogna. It's shocking. Post continues to read, and he randomly drops a request for a confidentiality agreement so that the public can't see them discussing this scheduling debacle. And then he tried to file a request to get the confidentiality agreement and avoid the date he already agreed to. What could May 30th possibly be that they're avoiding it? So some of that stuff doesn't make sense. A lot of the posters on the KickVic forums type really in really strange ways, and they put question marks where they don't need to. So it is a bit odd. But the main takeaway here, ignoring all the other nonsense that this person doesn't understand about the litigation, is that they still think that Vic Mignogna is being represented by Nick Rekieta, and it's shocking. Nick Rekieta has dispelled that so many times himself. Other people have dispelled that so many times themselves. And yet here you still have one of the main, if not the main form of KickVic perpetuating that. But hold up, my friends. If you thought that was bad, I'm going to try and one-up that. I don't know if this is worse, but it very well may be. This next KickVic forum poster thinks that Vic Mignogna is the defendant. Thinks that Vic Mignogna is the defendant. And thinks that Funimation, Markey, Real, Toye are the plaintiffs. It's shocking. Take a look at this one. Up at the top, the judge seems like he will not take any fooling around. He might say something about Monica's joke, but I'd assume he'd be more upset about Ty and Vic wasting everyone's goddamn time with the confidentiality motion. A gag order wouldn't be a surprise, to be honest. The defense is egging on a bunch of incels to harass the plaintiff. So he's probably going to say something about that. But of course, if the judge says anything about Monica, they'll hold on to that rather than a theatrical hour a judge might spend on tearing Ty apart. Yes, listen to this person talking about law as they don't even understand which side is the plaintiff side and which side is the defendant side. Oh my god. However, there was one member on the KickVic forum that actually knew somewhat of the reality of the situation. They corrected the previous user and said, Vic is the plaintiff, not defense. Casey has stayed mum on everything, while Ty and Nick have round their mouths this whole time. Monica hasn't joked about anything. Jamie has been tanking harassers / trolls, though. Monica hasn't joked about anything. Did you not see the video clip of her and Dominique Sky, and I think it was Markey, where they were like, 1, 2, 3, conspiracy. That's only one example of probably plenty of examples that we could think of. But that's the most obvious one that comes to my mind like that. I mean, if that's not joking around, I don't know what is. Let's continue on. Jamie said ages ago that her lawyer had a copy of the papers, or at least digital copy most likely. A digital copy most likely. Random space, no the. Yep, classic KickVic posters here, guys. And for the record, I am not good at grammar either, but there is a difference between like me not being good at grammar and the people of the KickVic forums just absolutely turning, grammar into an abomination, so to speak. Continuing on, though. It was an offhand comment, by the way. She said, "What makes you think my lawyer hasn't seen the papers? Just no one listened to her about it. Too busy harassing to catch it. She's pretty much just been keeping the trolls busy with BS. Not her fault none of them listened." Not her fault none of them listened, as you reply to a post where basically your friend thinks that Vic is the defendant and everyone else is the plaintiff. Right, but we're the ones that don't listen. Oh my god, the hypocrisy, guys. It is astonishing. The response from the user who got corrected says, "Thanks for correcting me. I'm horrible with names." What does being horrible with names have to do with getting the plaintiff and the defendants wrong? Honestly, not really anything. A lot of us are horrible with names, myself included. I think most people would self-admit that they are bad with names. In general, most people I've ever met are kind of bad with names. That is not an excuse for you to get such dire information so horribly wrong. Not an excuse at all. But okay. Thanks for correcting me. I'm horrible with names. I don't quite know how it'd work, but I assume if it's just a gag order, it'd become publicly available. Gag orders are mostly to prevent potential jurors from being tainted. If someone involved with the case was running their mouth like Beard or Rick. Beard and Rick. I haven't really got a finger on the pulse of this case, so I'm not sure if the motion for a jury is still a thing or not. Again, not a lawyer. Best to read what's there and make your own conclusions if you want to know more than just how shitty a lawyer can be without being disbarred. So you're not a lawyer, but you will say how shitty another actual lawyer is. You also don't even know who the plaintiff is and who the defendant is, but you'll talk about gag orders and how the legal process works, and then go on to say how you're not a lawyer, which is evident. I mean, you don't know who the plaintiff is in a very straightforward civil case. Sometimes there's nothing to be said about these people, man. Honestly, facepalm, that's all you can do, man. That's all you can do in some of these cases. It's just ridiculous. Here's the exact part of the filing, guys. I searched it up. I took a screenshot. I got it here in the video now to show you guys. Take a look. It says, plaintiff's attorneys have even attempted to sell merchandise, patches and t-shirts. I'm sorry, dude. I cannot say this with a straight face. Casey, how did you actually get this so wrong? Oh my god. Plaintiff's attorneys have even attempted to sell merchandise, patches, and t-shirts in support of Ty Beard and plaintiff with the slogan, "Fear the Beard," as a way to intimidate defendants and rile up the fan base of plaintiff. Fan base, that's a big reach. But continuing on. The amount of publicity and public attention that plaintiff voluntarily created and continues to create regarding this case shows that he has no actual concern for the protection of confidentiality or the sensitivity of the subject matter. That alone is a bold statement when Vic has been very quiet, especially if you compare Vic to the defendants. Compare Vic to Real, Toye, Marky. Vic has been quiet as a mouse. Dude's made less tweets than you can count on your hands in the course of 4 months. You couldn't do that with any of the people I just named. You would need to have like thousands of people to count all those tweets, man. Crazy. But no, the really funny part's up here, though. Plaintiff's attorneys have even attempted to sell merchandise, patches, and t-shirts. No, they haven't. Oh my god, no, they haven't. Well, that does it for today's video. I hope you had a laugh out of that. And if you lost brain cells, I apologize. I'm not going to pull that sorry, not sorry thing. I genuinely am sorry. I'm sorry that you lost brain cells. I hope it was worth the entertainment, or ideally, I hope you didn't lose brain cells and you had a good laugh, because sometimes that's all KickVic is good for. A laugh. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below and consider subscribing. And if you are subscribed, definitely hit that notification bell so your subscription can actually work. Consider joining our Discord server, link in the description. And of course, I have some shoutouts for the people who promoted my last video over on Twitter. Many thanks, and if it was promoted elsewhere, I appreciate that as well. My system only tells me when it's promoted on Twitter, however, and this is for the video, Jamie Markey Lawyer Revealed. Shouts out to Gardy Ken, JMU2, Creamy Mocha, Vertica Frostcale, Mr. Anime 343, Brandon Mayo, Trin Dragonheart, Random Fandom, Ghost Shell. Hey, thanks Ghost Shell, appreciate that. Skyrim Shield Hero, Paragon Lace and Amp-Guard, Sun Pan, and Itsuku Koro. Of course, I appreciate all of the promotions there, but I haven't seen Ghost Shell post one like in a long time, and it's good to have Ghost Shell back. Anyways, appreciate all of you guys though. Have a great day, afternoon, morning, or evening, wherever you are. A great day, and I'll catch you next time.